Hiya. So today it is Tuesday the 10th of June and I am off today. I seem to say that all the time, but I can only really film when I'm off. But I've took an extra day off this week, so that's happy days. Not really got any plans. I thought in this one we could just have a wee look at what's growing now and have a wee look at especially I'll start at the back border because I always feel like I finish off here and maybe don't show so much, so it might be quite nice to start here for a change and then head round the side. I'll switch us round. What is this though? A blue sky? It was meant to be raining today, so I am going to take that. It rained yesterday and I don't think it was supposed to, so maybe we got the rain yesterday and we're not getting it today. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I thought I would start here at the back border, and you can see the Weigela has been in flower and it's kind of going over now, but it has been beautiful this year, really beautiful, and the bees absolutely love this one, although I can't see any just now, but they really do. You go on it and it's just teeming with them. And then below that you can see the Brunnera. That was a Jack of Diamonds and that was a bare root last year, and it's coming on really nicely. It's got quite a good bit of size and it's nice, I think, just tucked under there with the nettles. Of course I need to get into there, but it's hard, you know, when you've got things growing, to get into the back and organise it. But I'll maybe use the hoe and see if I can get them away. And I won't be going to the effort of making nettle fertiliser or anything this year because I did last year and I didn't use it. I've put my pot of lilies in here just to give a little bit of interest in this area. Because of the roots here, nothing much really grows, so now that the lilies are a bit established, I thought that would be quite nice. But I can see a lily beetle. Where is it? Don't know if you can see. Where is it? Anyway, there's a lily beetle there and I'm pretty sure there'll be more, so I need to maybe take that pot out of there and give it a wee wash down and see if we can get rid of them. And then in the big blue pot we have a cordyline, which that was just a cheapie from Morrison's. I think it was about £4 and it's looking fairly nice. And first ever time growing anemones, and I love, this is faded a bit now, but see the colour of these ones, they're absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. Would definitely have more of them in my garden. And below there is just a wee drift of impatience in amongst all the cuttings from the grass that seem to have managed to get themselves in there. Seem to have a big weed, a big dandelion leaf there in amongst the hellebore leaves. And then here we've got a feverfew, and you know that's my nemesis. That one isn't too bad, it's just a nice enough size, and we're getting a wee drop flowers on there, so it's good for now. And then down here I've planted some gladiolas, and I've put this little teepee above it because I don't know if you can see, but there's a couple that got kind of bashed the other day because I forgot about them and I stood on them, so put that there. A little bit late, but I've done it. And then look at these ranunculus, look at the colour, they're like raspberry ripple ice cream. That's all I can think of to describe them. They're just beautiful. Let me see. Gorgeous. This is the best show of ranunculus I've had yet. And you know, apart from the ones that I've not planted yet, that I got burgundy ones, these I bought them about 3 years ago and I've just been sort of planting them, digging them up, planting them, digging them up, and this is the best they've been. I don't know if it's because of the position, I don't know if it's because I've been feeding them more this year from the start, so that could possibly have something to do with it, but they're just really nice this year, so I'm happy with that. And a little Hebe at the back. Never really does very much, but it's just always there. I can hear someone. Hello, Nico. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hello. He's honestly, it's so funny when he comes to mooch for a snack. When he's outside, he's the only cat that I've ever heard actually say, I mean, he's not doing it right now, but he actually says meow. Right, sorry, I had to stop there a wee minute. So here I'm back, and by the sounds of it, so is Nico. So I think I was showing you the Hebe and the ranunculus. So at the front here as well is the calendula that I sowed. Now they are, it was a mixture of orange, was it something Fiesta, and the other one is Snow Princess. Now again, the tags fell off and got mixed up and I don't know what was what, so whatever comes up here will just be a happy surprise between the two of them. And next to those is the beautiful, I mean, look at this ranunculus, look at the colour of that. Like, you never need a filter with these things, they're just gorgeous. And then at the back of that we have Aquilegia, which is also, is it Columbine? And this one was grown from seed about 2 years ago. I think last year I got one bloom, and it's had quite a few wee buds on it this year, so that's really good. I mean, it's just stunning. And then see when you see them like that, like this one here, it makes me think of some sort of like marine fish or something. It looks so cool. And in the back here, trying to get a better view. Yes, so in the back we've got Crocosmia, and I can't remember if it's Lucifer or, I think it's more of an orange toned one, so I don't think that's Lucifer. But anyway, we'd got them given to us years ago, and last year I divided them and was feeding them, and I have been giving them a little bit of feed this year because one of them flowered last year, which has not done that for years and years, so hopefully we'll get some more. And then right in the back in the pot there's a hosta, and it's getting eaten alive. Look, it's terrible. And the honesty that is self-seeded in the pot needs to be pulled out now as well. What about this foxglove though? Pretty sure that's a self-seeder. I love this area with the different colours of heuchera, because now that I've took the feverfew that was just taken over, you can see all the different colours. The Brunnera here is Silver Heart, and then this one is a baby of Silver Heart, and that was just one of the wee tiny ones that I moved probably in the autumn, and it was totty. I mean, look at the size of the leaves. Just for that age, I think that's amazing. And then another wee pansy that was a wee self-seeder too, although that started off in the back border and I moved it over here, and I'm really happy I did because I think it goes really nice with the sort of silvery tones of the Brunnera. And then at the front again we've got calendula, and again it'll be the same sort of scenario, either white or orange or yellow. And then an astrantia, this was my treat when I was at Scone Palace. That was my treat. And then in the back you can just see my dad's wee trike that he built. It's sort of getting engulfed in ivy, but I really quite like that look. Hopefully the ivy will hold it all together. And then under here, like just under there, that's another bare root, which was Jack of Diamonds. And at the front of that one is a Silver Heart baby seedling as well. I mean, look at the size of those, they're amazing. Oh, and this is the best that hellebor's ever looked since I got it. Gorgeous. The red one I think has more or less gone over. I mean, obviously the leaves will still be there, but no sign of flowers anymore. And I think this is a Palace Purple heuchera. Got 2 of those, and then I'm sure like one's like a peppermint something or other, and then I can't remember what the other one was, which is pretty useless. Hiya, darling. Hello. Are you after a snack? Right, wait a wee minute then. And then just a little tiny evergreen in here, and I love the lime marmalade one. I don't know if I said that, but I do. I really love the lime marmalade heuchera. And then we've got a forsythia at the back just here, which was a little twig, and that's getting a better size in it now. And what else have we got? 3 straw flowers. Oh, and I put 3 dahlias in here because although it's a bit shaded at the moment, it does get afternoon sun, so I'm hoping, I'm just sort of trialing it to see how they do. These were the ones that I seeded from the dahlia seeds I collected last year. And then in this pot there's a green cascade amaranthus and trailing lobelia. The trailing, all of that was grown from seed. And there's a foxglove kind of here that was definitely self-seeded. I can't think of names today. Sweet peas, they're coming on. I'm sure I saw a wee bud on that yesterday. Where is it? No, I'm not wanting to snap it or anything, but there was definitely a wee bud on there. And remember we put the snapdragons in, so they're all looking great. There was a wee slug over here, although I put another gypsophila in because the other one got kind of munched. And this one I put in, and it was getting munched this morning by a slug, so just need to keep an eye. And the cornflower, pretty sure this is a black ball, looking like it's going to burst into flower soon. And these stalks, look at them. I think they're are they Cinderella? They're beautiful. I mean, they're lasting for ages. They're just gorgeous. I wasn't sure how long these would last because this is the first year I have had them, and I didn't grow these from seed, I bought them. They're just beautiful. Nice sort of way to light up this wee corner. And then what else have we got in here? Oh yeah, there's a wee gaillardia right there. And then we've also, the more silvery leaves here is like rose campion, so there's one there, and then we've got one down here, and oh, I think there's maybe 3 in there, so we'll see how they get on. Oh, and there's an astilbe, and again another bare root from last year, and I need to lean on something. It looks like it's getting a little flower bud. So that really makes me happy because I'd like a wee bit more like sort of airiness going on in here, which would be nice. And then obviously we've got the black lace elderberry, which is very, very tall, and I think we're going to chop that down quite a bit to let it get more going on down here again because it's just too tall. Right, I think I'll let you have a proper view. I really do love this area. It's probably my favourite and has been for quite a while. What is wrong, Nico? What is wrong? What are you after? Oh, there you go. Oh, you enjoying that sun? Oh, oh he is, he's enjoying that sunshine. Gorgeous boy. Gorgeous boy. So this border is the one that goes along the back of the house. It's quite well, it's a narrow one. And this is a rose that I got from my mum many years ago, and I think it's actually supposed to be an indoor one. But I planted it out here years ago, and the last few years it's just been really, really good. You know, when you start learning about having to feed things and treat things and prune things. Hello, darling. I'll get you something in a second. And then there's more forget-me-nots here. So they've sort of had a big flush, and this looks like this is them petering out maybe for the season, and then I think I'll lift them and put fresh seeds in for next year. And at the back here, sorry, I'm casting a shadow. At the back here we have Perennial, which is called Sea Holly. Hello, darling. Yeah, so we've got Perennial, which is Sea Holly, and again, I bought this about 2 years ago, and it looked fab when I bought it, and I put it away in the back border, and it was obviously too shady, too wet, and it disappeared. And then it started to come back last year, and I noticed it shrinking back again, so I dug it up and put it in this pot, and it seems to have started to recover. So just shows you shouldn't maybe just be too hasty. Like, I think if I hadn't have lifted it, it would have just died. And then right here is the Rebecca. That always looks amazing, and it looks like there's some gladiolas and crocosmia over at the back. Now, the gladiolas I planted last year and they were terrible, but I think that's probably due to all the rain and everything we got. So fingers crossed for this year, everybody. And look, a wee lonesome orange lily. These are Grace's favourite. She loves lilies. She was so happy when she saw that. And then, oh, sorry, darling. Look at this lupin. Look at it. It's massive. Now, I've been cutting on that, and I've actually used some in flower arrangements, and it lasted really well. I just sort of cut it when it was starting to go to seed, and then, like, obviously, like, took all the bottom bits off, and honestly, you should see how beautiful it looks in with the Madam Butterfly flowers in a vase. Gorgeous. And then over here we've got Leatris, which was divided off from the one, oh, actually I'll show you because I think I forgot. I've got Leatris here that the lupin is sort of took over, but that should hopefully shoot up and we'll see that better. But yeah, so this was the main one, and I divided it, oh sorry darling, and took that and put it there. And there's gladiolas there as well, I think. I get really mixed up between gladiolas and crocosmia. I'm not quite sure the difference, but anyway, not to worry, we'll soon find out. And the red dogwood, oh, and it looks like there's some sweet rocket has shot up through that as well somehow. And look at the little nigella, beautiful. And then along here, remember we were working, and I'll go at the other side, I think. Yes, so along here is where I popped, actually I did come back and I popped in another wee super tunia, and there's a rose campion there, and I think there's Canterbury bells, which I grew from seed as well, that I just popped in. And the agapanthus is coming back. I was a bit worried because I'd put it in the ground, it might not flower this year, but it looks like there's a few flower buds coming up, so that's really good. And the primula I cut for a flower arrangement, so it'll be interesting to see if that comes back or if that's that done. And then the 3 super petunias, I'm really hoping that I need to feed them today. And then we've got a little clematis here. Now, it's looking like it's coming from the Nelly Moser one, so, but it looks a little bit different to the other ones that when they bloomed. So we'll see, because there is another one that's in beside there. And then we've got the skimmia, looking a lot better than it was before. And then look at that. Lady's mantle, it's started to droop over the path with all the rain. My little bench is still standing. And look at that lettuce. We actually picked loads of that lettuce yesterday and I swear it's grew overnight. Gorgeous. And Annabelle is getting quite a few flower buds on it. Look at all the fern at the side of the wee shed. And then the big hydrangea has got a lot of buds. Loads and loads of buds, thankfully. I love that area as well. I love that wee sort of old table and chairs, quite rickety looking, with just the fern and everything. Now this is a worry because we don't want him falling over into the dahlias that we just planted yesterday. Right, so we'll come round the side and we've got the Kilmarnock willow in the pot with some begonias and creeping jenny. And then we've got the green cornice, which, what's that, like dogwood, sorry, and that is going to probably be dug out of there and put somewhere else to make space for this beauty that I got half price. It's a rhododendron and it's going to give a wee bit of blooms at this time of year in this area that really is just green. And the lady's mantle, as I said, is looking fabby. We've got some wallflowers there that I seeded last year. Now, I don't know, maybe they're going to do more, but I've not been that impressed so far because they were for last year and I thought they'd have bloomed a lot more. We did get one here and one over at that side. Poppies look like they're fit to burst. Look at that. And the feverfew around here is looking amazing as well. I don't mind that one because it's sort of there and at the wall. And then we've got echinops here and in there, which you'll probably struggle to see. I just love this wee view there. It's just so cheerful, and especially when the sun's coming in and hitting it as well. Now I've put cosmos in here, and I put a couple of amaranthus as well. See how they come on. And the liatris is getting ready to shoot up as well, I think. And we've got plenty of lilies and alliums, and as I said, the poppies, these are the pink fizz ones. They're probably the best they've looked actually, and they were just sort of scattered seeds from the poppy heads from last year. Oh, now I bought I got Astrantia bare roots, and it's Capri, and that's it there. First flower. I think it's just getting too shaded in here. Might have, I don't want to keep moving everything, but you know, I forgot that this lady's mantle just gets so big. And then there's an Astrantia in that pot as well, and that's the same, the Capri. So I probably will plant that here because I'm looking and it's getting a bit of sunshine and things, so that would probably be really nice. And hopefully maybe with an astilbe or something as well. And then just a wee cherry blossom tree, my homemade sort of teepee with the clematis, and it's getting buds. And this is like a lilac, beautiful lilac-y colour. It's gorgeous, so I'm excited about that. And then we've got another astilbe bare root in here, and we've got all the ivy. Hello Nico. And I think I showed this in the last video, but I do love this wee area with the red geums and the yellow lilies, and the lobelia is going to just start coming soon. And there's some new wee lavender plants that are just starting to get a wee tiny bit of size on them. And a Salix flamingo willow, which is so pretty with that pink. And I've took a couple of cuttings of that, so it'd be nice to maybe do something with that in pots. And then we've got like some sort of hydrangea. I think it's limelight, but it didn't flower last year, but it looks like it might this year, so here's hoping. And then we've got more echinops, which again is a globe thistle. And then here we've got the astilbe, and there's a Queen of Sweden. There's a Queen of Sweden rose tucked in here. Oh, and there's a bud. There's a bud. There we go. And Christophii allium. And another echinops. And then we've got the Invincible Spirit hydrangea, which Anna got me, and I'm so looking forward to that. And then just look at this lavender. Like it has split and I've tied it up with string, so hopefully this year. Now someone told me, and I know that you're not supposed to cut it down to the wood, but someone told me that that's what they've done with theirs, and I'm kind of thinking that once this is done, there might be, she basically said she cut it down to stump level and she said it looks amazing, so I'm feeling like it's going to end up getting ripped out anyway, so it might be worth a try. Let me know what you think. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I just love it. And then I think since the last time I've put the ilex in, which is like a variegated holly, and then in at the back here as well I've got the Physocarpus Diablo, and oh my god, look at the size that that's getting. Oh, and then we've got Nico going in. He always wants to get in the shot, doesn't he? And then we've got lilies. Now I'm pretty sure these were pink lilies that are here, and I put a wee baby brunner, a seedling in. I mean look, the ones that are in the back border, when I moved them they weren't even anywhere near that size, and just look at what they've turned out to be. And then we've got the box leaf honeysuckle looking fantastic. What else have we got? Oh yeah, we've got the hydrangea that was a cutting, and it got nipped by frost and it was covered in green fly and aphids and things, but we've definitely got some buds, so thank goodness, because I was really worried about this. See look, that's what had happened there, but I cut most of them off. I'll need to get that one again and that'll be good. And then the climbing rose, that's like a nice sort of pinky apricot-y orangey colour. It looks like there's wee buds maybe starting on this, so I'm happy with that. The azaleas now went over, which is down here, and we've got another lavender. Oh, and look, a little begonia. Now this was bright yellow last year, it's came back. It's a pity the other ones didn't, but I'm so happy about that because it was just lovely, nice and cheerful. And then we've got another Rudbeckia here, and there's blue spire salvia, which is also Russian sage here. Now it's still a bit wee, but it looks like it's going to start flowering. And I don't know if I said the Achillea, that's a pale pink. So I'm really thinking that this colour palette will be really nice. But what I also think I'm going to do is bring some dahlias round in pots and maybe have them a wee bit higher up so they'll get a bit of the sunshine to start with, and see how they got on in here, just to fill in some gaps. And from this end we've got the lilies. This was just a sort of dumping area, so I've put the lilies in there, and we've got the Physocarpus tiny wine, which has got lovely flowers on it, look, and I'm pretty sure that they may be turning into little berries. And then more Christophii alliums, and Vanessa Bell, my David Austin rose that I got for £10, has got buds. This one smells lovely. And then there's some Numisha just tucked in under this gorgeous, look at the size of this peony. Wait a minute, this one probably looks better. Look, and the colour of it. Amazing. And then this area here it's got the blue moon rose, and I've also put in a couple of dahlias here, which I think those are the blue BU. And then we've got foxgloves and echinops and some tall lilies that remember I had to stake them up. The feverfew that I cut down here, but I've kept it at the other side just to give it a little bit of interest as you walk around. But I think that's it for this area. No doubt there'll be something I've forgotten. But I love this area too. This is like my favourite as well. So I've got two favourites so far. And I'll just finish off by showing you the Madam Butterfly Snapdragons. These ones were wintered over from last year. The smaller ones in the middle, they were just seeded this year, and I think it was the end of December or January. So they're coming on well as well. And then the two raspberry plants. This one is autumn gold, I think, and there's 3 on there, and I think there's another couple under here as well. And then this one has got berries, but none of them are ripe yet. But happy days, they were only wee sticks last year, so really happy with that. And then the Eucomis pineapple lily, look. So exciting. This one took forever to come up, and I thought it was just like one of those that had just rotted away, but no, it's came. And also a wee flower in my super tunia. This is a cut-in, honestly. It makes you so happy when that happens, doesn't it? But what I did want to do was talk about this wheelbarrow, because I was just thinking that this year the only thing that it cost me was, well, obviously the price of lobelia seeds, which you got loads in that packet, so can't even figure out what that would be. The dahlias were from the seeds that I collected from my own dahlias last year, and the begonias, I saved the corms last year and kept them and planted them early this year. So the only thing that I bought was these wee geraniums, and if I can this year, I'm going to try and take cut-ins and see if I can save them as well. Oh, another thing, look at that nigella, it's gorgeous. And that was a self. Do you know the funny thing is, I think that's the nicest nigella that's grew in my garden, and that just seeded itself in the gravel. So what does that say? Right, I think that's me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. A few things have changed quite a bit, I think. Like, there's definitely more things that are in bloom now compared to the last tour, but I think I might do another one in June, maybe a wee bit, couple of weeks down the line, because I think things are just going to burst into life. So anyway, I hope you're having a really nice day, and I'll just say bye for now.